Unsupported Assumptions About Catastrophic Global Warming, by John Grimaldi. There was a time when climate scientist Judith Curry was the sweetheart of the global warming set. As she put it in an interview with newsman John Stossel, "I was adopted by the environmental advocacy groups and the alarmists, and I was treated like a rock star. Flown all over the place to meet with politicians." That all changed when she investigated and realized that climate change alarmists were using bad data, and that climate variability is natural. Her admission showed that Curry is an unusual researcher who looked at criticism of her work and actually concluded they had a point, remarked Stossel. The fact is that back in the day a considerable majority of climate scientists were warning that environmental pressure groups had it all wrong, says the National Center for Biotechnology Information. The NCBI posted a report at the time that a letter signed at that time by over 50 leading members of the American Meteorological Society, the overwhelming majority of the 60 U.S. climate change scientists, warned about the policies promoted by environmental pressure groups. The NCBI noted that the policy initiatives derive from highly uncertain scientific theories. They are based on the unsupported assumption that catastrophic global warming follows from the burning of fossil fuel and requires immediate action. We do not agree. Nevertheless, in the following decades climate change hysteria has taken over. But there are still authoritative reports that reveal the facts. For example, says the Independent Institute, in his book, Hot Talk, Cold Science, astrophysicist Dr. S. Fred Singer writes about the alarmists' clamor to impose draconian government restrictions on entire populations in order to combat climate change, revealing some startling, stubborn contradictory facts, including CO2 has not caused temperatures or sea levels to rise beyond historical rates. Severe storms have not increased in frequency or intensity since 1970, neither have heat waves nor droughts. Global change is not harming coral reefs. Any increases in CO2 concentrations across huge time spans, there have been a few, haven't preceded rising global temperatures. They followed them by about 600 to 800 years. Just the opposite of alarmist claims. Alarmist climate scientists have hidden their raw temperature data and deleted emails, then undermined the peer review system to squelch debate. In sum, despite all the hot talk and outright duplicity, there is no climate crisis resulting from human activities and no such threat on the horizon. Meanwhile, climate crisis anxiety is on the rise, with more and more patients, most of them in their early years, showing up at their doctors seeking help. According to experts at Yale University, for example, more and more patients are showing up at their doctors with illnesses known as eco-anxiety, eco-grief, or climate doom. Please consider joining the Association of Mature American Citizens. Please take a moment and subscribe to this channel.